My memory works like morning fog. It covers everything in soft. I reach for something sharp and clear and find it muted, find it lost. Fog memory, softer than the truth. The gentler version of my youth. Fog memory, warm and thin, protecting me from deep within. Fog memory, kind and wide, blurring out the sharpest side. I used to fight the softening, the way things blur at the edges. Now I let the fog come in and rest inside its gentle pledges. Fog memory, softer than the truth. The gentler version of my youth. Fog memory, warm and thin, protecting me from deep within. Fog memory, kind and white, blurring out the sharpest side. Let it blur. Some things are kinder soft. The asphalt holds the heat of day, long after everything has cooled. I press my palm against the gray and feel the warmth the sun has pooled. Asphalt hours, warm beneath the residue of everything. Asphalt hours, city heat, the warmth beneath the tired feet. Asphalt hours, dark and white, the city breathing deep inside. There's something honest in the pavement and its refusal to forget. The weight of every passing statement, every footstep, every debt. Asphalt hours, warm beneath the residue The soft evidence of you still here. A cup left at the wrong side. A habit I kept without clear reason after you untied. Small proofs of what was real, the kind that only I can feel. Soft evidence, quiet signs, yours between the spaces mine. Soft evidence, still and true. The ordinary left by you. I haven't moved the chair you liked, or changed the lamp above the bed. These small things keep what might have spiked into grief more soft instead. Small proofs of what was real, the kind that only I can feel. Soft evidence, quiet signs, yours between the spaces mine. Soft evidence, still and true. The ordinary left by you. A cup in the wrong place, that's love too. I feel the pressure dropping now, the way it does before the rain. My body knows before somehow, before the weather shows its name. Pressure drop, the air knows first, before the drought becomes a thirst. Pressure drop, something's coming, soft and low, the atmosphere humming. Pressure drop, let it break, let the rain do what it takes. There's relief in the release. In the moment tension breaks, in the strange and sudden peace that every pressure drop creates. Pressure drop, the air knows first, before the drought becomes a thirst. Pressure drop, something's coming, soft and low, the atmosphere humming. Pressure drop, let it break, let the rain do what it takes. Here comes the rain. traffic curves. The daylight chaos somehow drapes into the geometry that serves. Late geometry, clean and still. Everything exactly where it will. Late geometry, night's design. Every shadow into line. Late geometry, soft and true. The city showing its backbone through. I find it common, all this order that hides beneath the daily mess. The city's invisible border of structure underneath the stress. Late geometry, clean and still. Everything exactly where it will. Late geometry, night's design. Every shadow into line. Late geometry, soft and true. The city showing its backbone through. Even chaos has its structure. You just have to wait until night to see it. The copper light of late October falls through my window differently. The year is getting slowly older and so much gentler. And my copper light, warm and warm, golden like a thing reborn. Copper light, late and low, the most beautiful of the globe. myself slow permission tonight to rest without explaining why, to let the hours move without a fight, to simply let the evening lie. Permission granted, soft and true, to simply be and pass right through. Slow permission, this is mine. No one else gets to define. Slow permission, wide release. Finally learning to find peace. Been so long demanding more from every evening, every rest. Now I open up the door and let the night do what it does best. Permission granted, soft and true, to simply be and pass right through. Slow permission, this is mine. No one else gets to define. Slow permission, wide release. Finally learning to find peace. You don't need anyone's permission, but give it to yourself anyway. Tonight especially. The city breathes at night differently than in the frantic rush of day. It exhales more slowly, more intently, and finally has something true to say. City breath, slow and wide, the exhale of the other side. City breath, warm and real, the only version of the deal. Heart started sinking to its breathing, to the city's nighttime long. It's slow inhale and slow releasing of everything that they had wrong. City breath, slow and wide, the exhale of the other side. City breath, warm and real, the only version of the deal. Breathe with the city, let it set the pace. The city knows how to use the space between the sounds. Breathing with the city. certain things for you. The thoughts too soft for daylight hours. The feelings you can't quite get through. Before the world reclaims its powers, what the dark keep it safe in the quiet, in the space. What the dark keeps is your own. Things that only night has known. What the dark keeps soft and sealed. Not everything needs to be revealed. There are versions of yourself at night that daylight never gets to see. More honest, less concerned with right, more quietly and simply free. What the dark keep it safe in the quiet, in the space. What the dark keeps is your own. Things that only night has known. What the dark keeps soft and sealed. Not everything needs to be revealed. Some things belong to the dark, and that's perfectly fine. I leave the window open wide and let the night decide what stays. The cool air moves like quiet tide and rearranges all my days. Open window, open night. Everything that feels not right softens at the edge of air. Open window, I am there. signal of the day grows softer as the hours turn. What was urgent falls away. What was burning ceases to burn. Fading signal, let it go into the warm below. Fading signal, soft release. Everything dissolving into peace. Fading signal won't fade out. That's what evening's all about. I used to chase the fading signal, try to hold the day in place. Now I let the fade be integral to finding my most honest face. Fading signal, let it go into the warm below. Fading signal, soft release. Everything dissolving into peace. Fading signal won't fade out. That's what evening's all about. Fading now, beautifully fading into the warm static. Every room I've ever known has left something in my hands, a feeling I have never shown, a thing nobody understands. Rooms I've known and rooms I've left, rooms of warmth and rooms of depth, rooms that held me through the still holding, still here. There's a slow current underneath everything that looks like still. It moves below the way I breathe, below the surface of my will. Slow current, always there, moving through the unaware. Slow current, pull me through, back to everything that's true. Slow current, deep and long, carrying me where I belong. I stop fighting the direction of the things I cannot steer. There's a certain soft perfection in just letting the current clear. Slow current, always there, moving through the unaware. Slow current, pull me through, back to everything that's true. Slow current, deep and long, carrying me where I belong. Just float, the current knows. Let it carry you. There's a time before the birds begin, when the night hasn't quite let go, when the dark is wearing thin, and the world is moving slow. Before the birds, before the day, this is mine in every way. Before the birds, the world is mine. No one asking, no one sign. Before the birds, I breathe it in. The quiet There's something in this pre-dawn power, something clear inside my head. Before the birds, before the day, this is mine in every way. Before the birds, the world is mine. No one asking, no one sign. Before the birds, I breathe it in. The quiet before it all begins. Not yet morning, not quite night. This is mine. I'm looking for somewhere warm, not a person, not a place, just a feeling past the storm, a quiet in the empty space. Somewhere warm inside the cold, somewhere young inside the old, somewhere warm, I know it's real. I can almost feel. The night is long and I'm still here, still searching through the low refrain, still finding something close to near, still walking through the midnight rain. Somewhere warm inside the cold, somewhere young inside the old, somewhere warm, I know it's real. I can almost feel. collect them. Just lived inside them one by one. I didn't try to recollect them. Just let each one be done. 100 nights, soft and long. Each one where I most belong. 100 nights, mine to keep. Every surface, every deep. 100 nights, real and true. Everything I found and knew. 100 nights. And still counting. The night never gets old. I take the slow approach to everything, the long way around the obvious, to find whatever quietly it brings, and the considered, not the frivolous. Slow approach, take your time, everything will become fine. The slow approach, measured and calm, like a hand extended without harm. The slow approach, patient and wide, coming from the quieter inside. Not hesitation, not fear, just the belief that slow is more, that what arrives with care is clear and worth the time before. Slow approach, take your time, everything will become fine. The slow approach, measured and calm, like a hand extended without harm. The slow approach, patient and wide, coming from the quieter inside, taking it slow. No need to rush toward anything, it'll be there. Some nights the city feels like mine, alone, like everyone else is finally left, and I'm the last one going home, through a city of a quiet theft. City of one, just me in the dark. adrift. Not lonely, just the only one still walking through the rain. Something briefly, softly holy in the city without refrain. City of one, just me in the dark, just me in the neon and the bar. City of one, this rare gift, the city to myself, adrift. It won't last. The city will fill again, but for now, just for this hour, the city is mine. City of one, all mine for a moment, worth every sleepless night. I live inside a quiet radius of everything I've chosen to be near. Not small by accident, not vacuous, just the right amount of atmosphere. Quiet radius, this is mine. Everything inside this line. Quiet radius, soft and true, just enough of me and you. I used to think that more meant better, that wider meant more rich and full. Now I read the quiet to the letter and find it complete and beautiful. Quiet radius, this is mine. Everything inside this line. Quiet radius, soft and true, just enough of me and you. The radius keeps what matters close and lets the rest just drift away. Inside it I have what I need most to make it through.